prayers on my phone that I want to share with you, and prayers in my pocket that I want to share with you. So I'm going to put them all right here. And before I do anything, I wanted to tell you guys that the last 30 minutes that I've been here, I am amazed at how awesome this is. Watching you guys pray, watching you guys listen. You know, as coaches, and especially in college, you always watch. All we do is recruit, right? And so just watching, I don't know how many people are here, but if you gave up your Saturday, this time of year it's still nice out. I'm amazed that you're here. I'm amazed how attentive you are. That's awesome. That says a lot about where you come from, your upbringing, and your motivations in life. So I'm not going to bore you. I promise. I could come up here and give all kinds of lectures. I don't want to speak down to you. I want to speak with you. I want to share some stories with you. I am not an angel, but hopefully one day I will be. I have 2 little angels at home. My kids are perfect, right? Your moms and dads think they're perfect. My little girl, when I left home this morning, because coaches leave home all the time, right? It's tough. She looked at me with the biggest bubbly eyes and said, "Dad, you're leaving me again." So that's the tough part about being a coach is that, your children, and I have a 3-year-old, she loves the ball games, but she doesn't like when Daddy has to leave to go recruit, work, or school, and it was her Saturday. So that's the tough part about it. The awesome part about it is I was leaving for a good reason to come. I see, I'm not getting anything out of this, but I'm not trying to. I was hoping to get back, but man, the last 30 minutes have been, it was awesome. The prayers, Coach Fry, I want you to come speak to my team.
Yes.
Got that? That was an awesome prayer, and I want you to share that with my team one day. So you guys have 2 awesome speakers, I think, behind me, from what I understand. Bailey Landry. Is she here yet? She is. I want my children to be like her. She is amazing. An amazing person in a situation that she may be one of the best female athletes in our conference, maybe in the state of Louisiana. And she is so humble and so strong in what she does. I'm so impressed with her. And you guys have Brady Goldman. I recruited Brady Goldman. And he didn't come to our school, but I'm so amazed at, and I hope he shares with you all the adversity that he's going through. And he didn't know I was going to say that, but I wanted him to play for us so bad, and I didn't even care that he threw whatever he threw. I always thought he was an awesome person. So for him to be able to talk to you guys is awesome as well. So I am humbled to be here. I'm proud to be here. I just told Butch how disappointed I am that I didn't bring my entire team here, at least for the last 30 minutes. I'm so mad at myself. That's the competitor coming out of me because of just what I've witnessed and experienced. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I was coming into. And of course, I do want to make sure that I'm a part of an awesome day because this is amazing to me. So, first thing I want to do is I want to share with you a prayer that I sent our players, our whole team, managers, trainers, strength coach, all of our coaches and all of our players that are in our program. We're on GroupMe. You guys know what GroupMe is? We have a little app. I'm sure you guys do it too. Look, I'm 37 now, so I'm an old man, right? I don't know these cool things, but I'm catching on. So anyway, the main part about GroupMe is I wanted it to be a really positive thing because I don't want our guys to go in there and complain. And so every day we try to send some type of devotion or prayer. I want to share with you the prayer that I sent to the guys yesterday, because yesterday was an intense day. We had an intense morning. We ran really hard. We got after it out on the field. It was tough. And I get this meditation for the day right after we run. It was intense. It was from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. yesterday, and it was an all-out, full-fledged workout. And then I literally walk off the field, go home before my little girls wake up. I start to look at some prayers, and I run across this. And I think you'll appreciate this as an athlete. Never yield to weariness of the spirit. At times, the world's cares and distractions will intrude, and the spirit will become weak. At times like this, carry on, and soon the spirit will become strong again. God's spirit is always with you to replenish and renew. None ever sincerely sought God's help in vain. Physical weariness and exhaustion make a time of rest and communion with God more necessary. When you are overcome by temporary conditions which you cannot control, keep quiet and wait for the power of the Spirit to flow back. And the prayer for the day yesterday in this devotion was, Lord, I pray that I may not speak or act in the midst of emotional upheaval. I pray that I may wait until the tempest is past. Pretty neat, awesome prayer. And so to be able to share that with our players was awesome. So, look, coaching college baseball is a gift, it's a treat, it's what I've always wanted to do. And like I tell our players every day, you become the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. Well, if you're hanging out with anyone in this room right here today, then that's a pretty good average to become, right? You get tempted by so many things. And look, the goal for me is to share with you today is just to share a story of always going back to my roots. In times of frustration or times of really, really tough moments in life, just always going back to a prayer, and it always sets you free. So look, I'm from Church Point, Louisiana. That's not a very big town, okay? And I bet you none of you know where that's at, and it's okay. All right. So, but the main thing is it was an awesome upbringing. I'm so blessed because I'm one of 8 kids, and actually at some point in time in my life, or before my life, my mother actually, before I was born, lost 4 babies. Okay, so we would have been 12. She was one of 12. My dad was one of 9. And it was just, it's awesome to come up with that. And my 2 little girls two of 37 grandkids, my mom and dad. So when we talk family, we can talk family. Okay, Christmas is awesome, but we're going to have to find a new venue because it's getting to be. We can't find a place to hold us. But that is just, my mother and my father really, as I grow, are becoming more and more like them. Oh, Mom, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what you're going through right now. Oh, Dad, you don't know. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And I think that you'll really appreciate that later as you go. But my mother is an absolute angel. All right, she's got rheumatoid arthritis. She's had it her whole life. It's something in her family. Her mother had it, and generations back. And she's got a sister. I have 3 sisters, and one of my sisters has it as well. And it's tough. She's had it her whole life, but she's never complained about it. And she's 73 now, and literally has no cartilage left in her knees. And gout has taken over her feet, and she can't lift anything. She can't walk, and she's got 2 huge. I guess you can call them, there's hernias up in her chest. And look, it's tough. She has a tough life. And I have never, ever seen someone smile as much as she does with as much pain as she lives through every single day. And so that really, your mother is certainly a rock for a young man growing up. It's something I have 2 kids. When my mom was my age, she had 8 kids. And I tried to take 2 of them to Rotola's last night in Thibodaux, and it was a mess. We had pizza everywhere. And then the whole time, I was like, my goodness, these kids, I hope nobody's looking at my kids. And I went home last night, I was like, man, I wonder if my mom took all 8 of us to eat at some point in time. That must have been right. So, look, it is what it is, but I'm telling you this because how much my mother and father have meant to me and how strong she is. And it's always, when there's trouble, she has always told me, just offer it up as a prayer. Just offer it up as a prayer. It's part of your life. It is what it is. It's inevitable. And every time, as a young coach, at one point in my career, I was the youngest coach in the country. And I remember, like, the first time someone really takes shots at you when you're 29 years old or 30 years old, you're not used to that. This guy's terrible. This guy's stupid. This guy's this. That's just what coaches do, right? Well, years later, it's that you don't even, but at first few times, like, holy smokes, man. These people think I'm an idiot. They think I'm terrible, with other words included. And so you call home to mom. That really bother you? The strength, you just offer it up as a prayer. And my father would always say, just say God bless him. Just say, if you go to your enemy, your biggest enemy, you don't have, just say God bless him. God bless him. So every time someone would say something negative, or get caught up in peer pressure, or things like that, the toughest battles that you face right now, just God bless him. God bless him. So you want to hate something so bad, just turn God bless him. And so that's something I certainly turn to as well. So anyway, I'll tell you a little bit more. We'll continue on. I don't want to bore you with just my family, but I'll tell you, when I was in year position right here, we didn't have FCA. We didn't have this. And our school, my high school, is not known for sending great athletes all over the country to play college athletics and pro athletics. I think we've had 2 or 3 guys play the NFL. All right, one just so happened to be a wide receiver at Nichols, and he played in the NFL for like 13 or 14 years. He was a Tampa Bay Buck and a Carolina Panther forever. And Mark Carey. And his mom just so happened to grow up across the street from us. We had another running back that set some school records. But there's been like 2 or 3, 4 baseball players at my high school that have gone on to play college athletics. So it's just not important. You just go to work where I'm from. And I never, ever, thank you very much, never, ever not wanted to be in college athletics. I wanted to play college baseball. It didn't matter where. But look, I wasn't very good. Now I'm looking back on reality, I wasn't very good. But I was going to do it. I was determined. And who knew the reason why? Well, now I do. And so we go through high school and decent little team. There's not a whole lot of recruiting letters coming in. There's nowhere to go. We're trying to find something, and I'm going to do it. And so, thankfully at that time LSU was just starting up a program where I was able to get there and give an opportunity there. And I think in college, that time between 10th, 11th, 12th grade, 11th and 12th grade, and those first 2 years in college, that 4-year swing was a time where and I'm telling you this, you're going to get challenged. It's hard to pray then. It's hard because we're worried about being popular, being something we're not supposed to worry about, right? We want to be glorified. You have social media, and we always blame the millennials. But if we had it too, we probably would be just as bad with it. And you get into that freshman and sophomore year of college. Boy, that is a tough time. That is a tough time. And so I really want to enforce to our players that you become where you're at. You choose a school that you feel like you want to become. You want to hang out with, it depends on what is important to you. You become where you're at. You become the 5 people you hang out with the most. Think about 5 people right now that you talk to, listen to, or hang out with. And think about how many things you guys have in common. And think about how many times you tried to make sure you altered what you do to make sure you please them. It's tough. You become the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So never forget that. If anything you get out of this, don't forget that. So go on and play college ball. Had a chance to play a pro ball for a short time. Got hit in the face with a fastball. Ended my career. Could have continued to try on, but I think I had accepted that I'm not going to play shortstop for the Yankees. And the Yankees was one of my favorite teams. So realized that quick, and was able to start coaching at Pearl River Community College. All right, Poplarville, Mississippi. It's not Louisiana. It's different, very different. Mississippi and Louisiana are different. Okay? Why am I here? Right? Why did I went to William Carey University. Why did I go there? Where am I at? Well, lo and behold, I met the most amazing human being ever. I met my wife there. All right? My wife is an absolute champ. She played softball there. Okay? And she played soccer there. Way more athletic than me. I think that's what was attractive for me to her was, man, she can run. And she got a really good arm. She played third base and she caught. And so I was like, she got a better arm than me. And the one thing I had her on was I think I could hit just a little bit better than her, but maybe not. I don't know. She was a much better athlete than me. And what she didn't have, and obviously she's my wife now, is she didn't have a God in her life. And it wasn't her fault, okay? She didn't have a church to go to growing up. She's from the West Coast, Vancouver, British Columbia. Any of you guys ever been to Vancouver? Vancouver, it's awesome, isn't it? It's a beautiful place. It's about 3 hours with the border north of Seattle. Most beautiful drive in the world. It's a gorgeous place. Everything about it is amazing. It's beautiful. It's a melting pot. There are people from all over the world that move to Vancouver. This is one of the most expensive cities in the world to live in. There are people from every country you can imagine living in Vancouver. So, there's not a lot of religion there. It's not important to wake up on Sunday. How many of you wake up on Sunday and go to church with your family? Don't ever lose that, okay? Don't ever lose that, because you're going to really appreciate that years from now. I never thought I was going to marry someone. I'm from Churchmont, Louisiana, right? I got nowhere to go. Never thought I was going to marry someone from Vancouver, British Columbia, all the way on the West Coast. She didn't grow up with religion in her life. She didn't grow up going to church on Sunday mornings. She didn't go to church on Christmas. She didn't go to church on Easter. They don't say blessings before they eat, you know. So why did I marry her? She was awesome, yes. But maybe God brought me to her to share these things with her. And the children that she brought into this life needed to be taught these things. The ultimate challenge for me and for you is to show someone, because you expect them to already know this. I expect my wife to already know how to pray before we go to sleep. When you don't do it for 24 years in your life, you don't know it. Doesn't make her a bad person. It was my responsibility for God to make sure she learned that. And still is to this day. And it still is. I've got to make sure. Like, my mom was the one that prayed when we grew up, right? I got to be the one to make sure my family prays before we go to sleep, because it's ingrained in me. It's not her responsibility, and I've accepted that. So those are the challenges as a coach we go through, right? And I'm talking family so much. I got some players too, so let me backtrack a little bit. So I start coaching at Pro Community College. You guys think you make a lot of money coaching college? I'm going to tell you my salary for the first year I was a pro rugby. I made $0 a year. And I thought I was in heaven. Oh, this is awesome. I get to coach college baseball. This is amazing. Threw BP, cut grass, had a meal plan in the cafeteria. I literally would sleep on the couch in the clubhouse at night. And I now looking back, what in the world was I doing this for? I would shower in the clubhouse, ready to go the next morning, every morning. I led weights for our guys. And you had to start somewhere, because I didn't have it given to me. Now I appreciate that. It wasn't handed to me. And it was the ultimate challenge. You ever go to try to get something to eat with some friends and you don't really have any money to pay for it with? You know, those were challenges. So I had to alter my lifestyle to make sure that I was being able to do what I did. Okay, well, fast forward a year. Pro River says, we're going to put you on salary. We're going to allow you to cut grass on campus, and we're going to pay you $10,000 a year. Whew. I was a millionaire in my mind. And we're even going to give you an apartment on campus. So it started getting a little bit better. Yeah, now 10,000 guys, if you kind of put that through 12 months, it's not a lot of money. Some of you might make more money than that now, cutting grass somewhere. So made it. It was awesome. And then at the end of my second year at Pro River, all right, was able to get a job at Southeastern Louisiana University. I saw someone with a shirt. God bless you. It's not nickel, it's a big God bless you. You got a nickel shirt, God double bless you. So, this so happens this hurricane, which God bless all the people that are going through some fight right now. Hurricane Katrina. You guys hear of Hurricane Katrina? Okay. I'm coming to Southeastern. So excited. I got a big promotion. I'm going to sign this contract this week. I'm getting all started. Just resigned from my job at Pearl River. Hurricane Katrina. None of us respected the hurricane. We just all thought it's going to come through and go away, and life's going to be normal next week, and everything's going to be great. And when I get to Hammond, all right, when I get to Hammond, hurricane hits, sleep through it, wake up the next morning, there's trees down, no power. All right, we're going to be fine, but we're not going to be fine for a long time. What happened at that time, for someone who's trying to make a little money, is there was a hiring freeze in the state of Louisiana for 9 months. What am I going to do now? I have nowhere to turn. Whew, this is tough. I can go back to school, but there's no hiring, and I'm committed to this. I never thought about doing anything other than coaching, because I love coaching college athletes. There's no better feeling than watching a 20-year-old young man. For me, the biggest thrill is watching a pitcher, or maybe a freshman pitcher, go up in front of 3,500 people and getting that last out on the road at somebody else's house. There's no better feeling than one of my new assistants, J.C. McDonald, who had struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled. And we were playing UL Lafayette, and they were #1 in the country, and there's 5,000 people in the stadium, and it is rocking. It is awesome. And we've got bases loaded and nobody out, and we're up by 1. It's 4-3, bottom of the ninth. We don't really have anywhere else to turn because we've got a huge conference series. We've got like 1 bullet left in the pen. And to watch this dude compete and get out of it and not get off the run was a treat. For us to watch him fight and just the emotions and the tears and the excitement, those are really what, those are championships to me. Those are wins. To watch you guys speak, that's wins for us. So all that I'm telling you right now would go through my mind when didn't have any money coming in when I was in Southeastern after Katrina. I gutted houses for a living in Bay St. Louis. You guys know where Bay St. Louis is? All right, Bay St. Louis got destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. And so I gutted houses. I don't know if you ever gutted a house after a storm. I don't know if there's a worse job in the world. But every time I would cut that wall, all that stuff out of the wall, I was thinking about coaching the team, thinking about my players the whole time. I can tell you that now. At the time, I didn't realize what the heck I'm doing. But it was making me stronger. It was God's way of cleaning me out, making me stronger. I don't need all these worldly gifts. I just need to make sure I'm a great leader. All right? Well, I remember at Bay St. Louis, right at noon, I was eating MREs. MREs are in a little bag called Meals Ready to Eat. And that's what people were eating after. I mean, it was hard. It was tough in some places after Katrina. I remember eating MREs, getting in a vehicle and hauling butt back to Hammond, which is about an hour and change, getting to practice. I'd throw my practice shirt on, probably smelled terrible. And I would get my phone and go, boy, I was ready to coach. I'd wake up and do it all again the next day. And I did that over and over and over again. But I never, ever looked at it as a bad thing. I was living the dream. And so I'm telling you, just live your dream. Live your dream. But it was always through prayer. Like, God, Lord, I need you, man. Just tell me where to go. Please guide me. And I say that every day. Before, on my way here, I said a prayer to make sure I got to someone today and help them in a tough situation. I prayed for you early this morning. I don't even know you, but I know if Butch Terry was a part of it, then it's got to be something awesome. And so you have been prayed for by someone you don't even know. And those are little things I think that can bring your relationship closer. And those are awesome things for us to share. Hey, I'm in Southeastern for a couple of years. We've got that thing going. And then an opportunity pops up. And the whole time I was like, I got to go somewhere where I can make more of an impact. I got to go do something. And there was an opportunity. I don't know why. I don't know why I came to Nichols. Now I do. At the time, or for many years, I didn't understand where I was at. Well, now I'm speaking to an FGA group on a Saturday morning. I think this has something to do with why I'm here. I didn't just come here to hit phone calls and throw BP. You think so at the time when you're young.